somebody to help put together the creative part of it. And you know what I mean, based on the conversation Skinny and I had, Skinny said, "Yeah, don't worry yourself. I have somebody, man. We have somebody in Simmons who can do this." You know what I mean? And he reached out to me and he's like, "Rodney, I have a project for us to do." And he explained. I mean, I honestly didn't really know who Speed was or the extent of what Speed is all about. So I quickly started to do some research, and Skinny told me, these are some of the ideas I have from myself as Skinny Fabulous. These are some of the things because people take it for granted. Skinny is more than just an artist and a promoter. Skinny is well in tune with our culture, and he didn't just sing that song decided in his mind for singing its sake. And I mean, this man really love St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and he shared what he had in mind. I look at what Speed was all about. I look at what is practical and what is realistic, and of course, start putting together the creative direction. Skinny then reach out to the government of St. Vincent and Grenadines, of course, um, through Daniel Vera, I mean, the press secretary to the prime minister, and I mean, just to get the government involved because obviously there would have been some governmental stuff that would have been needed, and you know what I mean, just to make it collective and holistic, and I mean, the government and the private side of things in terms of Skinny being private and coming together, and um. The first draft of the entire production was sent to Speed team, and they kept doing tweaks and they kept asking questions. Now, the most beautiful thing about this, I mean, not beautiful, but the most important thing about this is that Speed Team had this document, right? A very big document that you have to populate and put in information. So on every single day, they would go through it and look at it and say, all right, no, take this out. Okay, this look practical, this don't look practical. We can work with this, we cannot work with this. So every single night I would go back and check that document to see if there's anything they didn't like, if there is anything that they didn't change. Um, we had a series of meetings because one of the things that they were very keen on is seeing photos, location, and description about every single thing that we wanted to do. Right? I want persons to understand that. So, for example, if we have Saint as a DJ, they want to see pictures of Saint. They want his social media handles, and they want a description of what he's going to do, the songs he's going to play, who wrote them, what year they were released, and all these things. So it wasn't just I think that just happened. I mean, a lot of thought went into it. So we did couple drafts of that production guide, and then of course the Minister of Tourism and the Minister of Culture, Honorable Kishon Shallow and Mr. Cupid, they then obviously decided that listen, well then we need to pull everybody together, all the players involved. Let's pull everybody together and start meeting, right, and start conceptualizing and start finalizing and stuff like that. And then even these two ministers came with some of their ideas too, because quite naturally the Minister of Tourism and the Minister of Culture would have their vision for how they want to market St. Vincent and the Grenadines and what they would want to showcase to the global market. I mean, and without a doubt, with all of us in the room, Skinny Fabulous, myself, Daniel Vera, and the two ministers, the permanent secretary, Timira Brown, I mean, we start coming together and something started to look like it. Yeah, we get in there, and then myself and Skinny were in constant communication with their production team and their producer because, as I said, things keep evolving as you go along. You got to be able to speak their language, right? You got to be able to speak their language, or else, I mean, you're gonna look stupid, right? And then one night, I mean, around 11 o'clock, we had the meeting, and he's like, St. Vincent so far has the best document. And I won't lie, I got very much emotional saying because we're a small little country compared to the Trinidad and all the other countries that he's going to. And to hear he said that so far, St. Vincent have one of the best documents, made me feel good, made Skinny feel good, right? Um, then moving on from that, the Monday, I mean, the money was just something that's totally out of this world. And before we got to the money, the Minister of Tourism and the Minister of Culture called a meeting with all of the heads of departments because obviously there are ministries who would have to be involved directly. I mean, AIA have to be involved, police have to be involved, the Ministry of Agriculture have to be involved so that everybody could be on the same page. And directly after that meeting, I had a meeting scheduled for 5 o'clock with all the performers, over 150 performers. I'm sure persons saw the long list of credits and persons who are thanking. Then after that meeting, we had an 8 o'clock meeting with the final core team, which is again the two ministers, Skinny, myself, Danny Vera, and the permanent secretary. And while we were there fleshing things out, Skinny and I got a call where they were saying, okay, 70% of what you have, we need to scrap it. This is 8 p.m. the night before the actual day. And we there like, no, Skinny said, nah, Rodney, this is stress. I'm stressed. What we going to do? I said, all right, Skinny boy, let's us talk it through. Let's brainstorm. So everybody in the room and we're brainstorming. We went back to them. We're trying to convince them that, listen, we already mobilized people. We already mobilized things. We really can't cut some of these things. All right, we'll call you back in 15 minutes. Then we started to brainstorm again, all of us in the room. And then we say, you know what? We're not going to cut things out. We're going to try to relocate a lot of things. So what person saw on the Tuesday Saint wasn't really everything that we wanted to do or where we wanted to do them. We had to relocate a lot of things. And I mean, we never left that particular office until 3 a.m. the Tuesday morning. 3 a.m. the Tuesday morning. Every single person who was in that room stayed in that room until 3 a.m. in the morning. Right? Then we finally got them to agree to certain things. Then at midnight, I was calling persons, listen, we have a change. I'm going to move you to this. I'm going to move you to that. The ministers were calling. Skinny was calling. And I mean, and we all was just, listen, guys, we have to do this for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And no matter what, we're going to get it done. Then the morning, we had a conversation with them again. And then again, one or two little changes. Because remember, they were moving around, eh? They were going to different countries. And he was in St. Lucia before St. Vincent. Then, of course, we were watching St. Lucia and we realized that, no, the time is going. Because we already had a scheduled time. Performers were already at their location, waiting since 12, somewhere there since 12, somewhere there since 2. And, persons were getting antsy and frustrated. The entire country was saying, why you staying in St. Lucia so long? You know what I mean? And I went to Skinny house and I said, Skinny, one thing I know about Vincentians, we operate very well under pressure. Right? Skinny was saying, but boy, this. The ministers kept calling, checking in to see how we're feeling. And you know what I mean? While that was happening and we were looking at what was happening in St. Lucia, we started to make adjustments because we realized that obviously he would have been tired coming over to St. Vincent. And then quite naturally, there are some things that we would have to do on the fly. And there's some things we would have to probably get rid of based off of the momentum and the vibe when he lands in St. Vincent. And something just came over us and I said, you know what? St. Vincent and the Grenadines is not going to disappoint us, right? We are a country, we are a people who operate good under pressure. You understand? We've survived anything, so I don't think this is something that we cannot survive. When the land and the energy and the momentum, Saint, I said, yes, we have it. Then I listened to the interaction with Skinny. I said, okay, yes, Skinny songs very comfortable, so we're going to be all right. You know what I mean? And then, of course, Chowder, one of our hosts, even Chowder himself was already pumped up and said, listen, this is St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're going to show them what we're made of. And then I was a part of the advanced team because he had an advanced team. And every single thing was happening on the fly. On the fly, okay. All right, we're going to spend 10 minutes on the boat instead of 15 minutes on the fly. Everything was on the fly. Everything was on the fly. And of course, Simmons and the Grenadiers did not disappoint because the energy of our people is what really made us forget about every single thing, every single challenge that we were going through. You know what I mean? And I mean, the entire team, we kept communicating. We had intercoms, we had radios, we had cell phones. So, you know what I mean? Everything was, and the most beautiful thing about it is making the right call. And Vincy, people have to understand that. You know what I mean? You always have to have somebody who would make the right call, who would seek advice and who would seek.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's crazy, man. You see, that's we have a little internet problem. Don't worry, you come, don't worry, don't worry. This is why I wanted to have her on me because a lot of people think these things will be easy to do, man. These things are a lot of work to do, right? Yeah, hold on. You come back, you come back, you come back. Yeah, hold on. You're not going. You come back, you come back. In the meantime, all the share up the life, man. Yeah, yeah. Somebody's Yes, man. You mean while waiting for Rodney, we'll play that little video now. Yeah.
ISHOWSPEED just arrived for day 4 of the Caribbean tour in St. Vincent, and the Grenadines and the stream is already going crazy.
We are here. We are here in St. Vincent and Grenadines, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We are here in St. Vincent and Grenadines, baby. Let's go.
Yes, that the man speed, man. Yeah. So Rodney joining us again. Yeah. Welcome, Rodney, back to the stage. Yeah, Ross.
Yeah, sorry about that. Now, even that welcome that you saw at the airport, that was not a part of the plan, because
What?
originally he was supposed to stop the stream in St. Lucia, land in St. Vincent, and then go to where we wanted him to start. So when he called, that was one big change. When they said they're not stopping the stream, they're coming all the way over to St. Lucia. I know how to call the drummers and say, listen, you got to head out to the airport, and the dancers too. Because we literally had nothing for the airport, because originally we weren't supposed to start at the airport. Right? So I mean, all these moving parts, and I mean, happened I mean, I won't even say the night before, around midnight. And I mean, going into the Tuesday morning is when we had to make these changes. But I mean, we thank God for teamwork, and we thank God for I mean, blessing us to come together as one. I know that the mission is bigger than any individual.
Yeah, man. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah. But you see, I made a post before this happened. I was like, I want it to be in the night. I know if it happened in the night, I know it is over because with the bagans and stuff, I know it's gonna be crazy, man. So I
I
was
mean,
happy it was
I
in the
mean,
night.
saying the description that we had to give to Speed, and some of the things that Skinny explained and I explained to him, this man was just excited about it. When he heard about bamboo bloods, right? Skinny had to find a way of explaining that to him. So when Skinny said they're like cannons, he get excited. He said, "Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that." You know what I mean? So I mean, there are just some things that he himself researched and was just excited to see it. I mean, sometimes we take these things for granted, and people from different countries would come and embrace them and love them, right? Because I know even for a lot of young people now, they are seeing blowing bamboo for the first time via the stream from Speed. So that in itself now would trigger something that would help with the preservation of some of these things, and hopefully that they themselves can now embrace it and know that this is a part of our identity, our cultural identity. So I mean, there's a lot of wins from this whole situation, and I'm hoping that we as Vincent can see the benefit of all of this.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, one thing was small, but was very for me was one of the most important thing. Iguana. When he eat the iguana, and then you guys show him that, I was like, yo, who come up with that idea? That was genius, man. I love that idea. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, yeah, man. But I mean, again, our way of life, and a lot of these things, we were happy to see when the whole thing was released, that things that persons were saying they would love to see. We already had it in a draft because, as I said, this conversation happened a month ago, but we couldn't say anything yet. Skinny and I couldn't say anything yet because they were telling us when to release and when to market and when to promote it. You know what I mean? So I know persons were saying, oh, why they not hearing anything? Why they not seeing anything? But they also, we had guidelines. We even had to sign ND forms. I had to sign a ND form, I mean, while doing this. So when I saw so many things coming in on Facebook,
Randy, hold on. Explain to people what I mean because some people might not understand what you just said there. The
a
form is.
non-disclosure form, meaning in its simple form, I am agreeing not to say anything until I'm asked to say something. So it's more like a contract, right? That gives guidelines on how we operate and the things that we can do and cannot do within a period of time. Yeah.
But it's, yeah, yeah, nice. I'm glad you came here because a lot of people see these things and they think they just happen random. They don't know the whole production team being a speed. Right? They just think it's just one guy have a camera and you do crazy stuff, but they don't understand it's a whole team, man. It's a production.
Yeah, and I was happy when they asked about if we have any drone operators in St. Vincent. I got excited because that is an opportunity for persons from our country to be a part of our international team. And these drone operators did not disappoint. These drone operators got 3 minutes. Never met these guys before, were never on any of the cars. All they asked me is that when the plane land, make sure that the two young men come onto the plane for a 3 minutes briefing. So all the aerial shots that you saw, all the overhead shots you saw, were done by Vincentians, working with a team that they've never worked with before. But these guys understand the technical jargons or the language that these people speak. And we have to also be grateful for that. We have to be
Wow.
grateful. Since they don't have any university and or any school that is teaching you these things. It's just raw talent. It's raw talent. I mean, and of course, I mean, we have to big them up. We have to big them up because this in return would inspire a lot of young people now who are looking to get into this part of the industry. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. Yo,
It's saying
that's
it's over 160 performers we were managing, young
that's
people.
that's a lot. Yeah, but you see
Yeah,
the
I mean,
standard.
and
You see the shot with the Sanders boat. Yo,
yeah.
that's money. That's a money shot right there, man. That was crazy.
And if I am to tell you what that was supposed to be, I mean, you'd be amazed. That was supposed to be a speedboat race where Speed have a speedboat of his own, Chowder have a speedboat of his own, and we were promoting the sailing weekends in Vincent. Our waters are the best for sailing, but just obviously putting a twist to it because he like adrenaline. So him and Chowder would have been on a speedboat race coming up to Kingston from Wallaby. You understand? But of course,
Yeah, yeah.
like, with the interest of time and in the night, of course, we had to make a call where health and safety is concerned. And then look at what we did. We turned it around and make it a spectacle.
Yeah,
You
man.
understand?
Amazing shot. That was amazing. Like a movie. That's a movie shot. That was a movie shot, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, with limited time we had, not just on the day, but in terms of when we were able to release and start saying things. So I had performers come in with their performance, with their creative leads, because there were creative leads outside of. I was just the overall producer and production manager. There were creative leads, somebody for dance, somebody for cultural character, somebody for music, right? Because again, the level of production, you can't try to do that on your own. So I was having these conversations with these people without telling them what they're preparing for. You could imagine that? People so committed and coming to something that they don't even know what they're coming for. Until the Monday is when people know, boy, is ISHOWSPEED we're doing this for.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
man.
crazy. But a little side note. A little side note. I just talk about dancing, right? Couple people reach out to me. It's not about the speed, but just in general, we have to think about. A lot of people from Union Island reach out to me, and I was like, "Yo, we always feel left out. We want our
Oh
culture
my
to be prepared for the thing."
God.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I
know.
don't know why they, I don't know why they reach out to me, but I had to relay the
I
message
know.
to you, right? Yeah,
I know. And
yeah,
I love
yeah.
them dearly. I use them a lot. And anything that I'm a part of, I do use them a lot. But in this situation, again, with the interest of time and with a lot of changes and stuff like that, it would have been so good for us to feature. I mean, I know Speed would have liked to try to put that cake on his head. Because, you know, the cake dance is a cake on your head. And because he likes a challenge to try and keep that cake on his head. But, and I mean, unfortunately, we really didn't get to put as much as we want to put inside there. But I also want to put a plug for them. You know what I mean? The Union Island Cultural Conquerors and um, Masani and her group. And I mean, these are other people who they're groups that are part of our culture too. And we have to see how much we can promote them and preserve them also. I mean, so Union people big up. And I mean, it's still love. It's still love.
Still love it.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking about culture, man, I really love the fans. I love the culture of St. Vince. I'm now getting into the culture. Is there any plan for like starting from premise? I think we have to start from premise school. I think, man, we have a beautiful culture. I think we have to do something with it. You know, where the kids them grow up with it and come easy. I think it's too hard for us to do though. I think we're forcing it. If the kids them learn from a younger age, I think it'll be easier for us.
Yeah, most definitely, you're right. I mean, and there are a lot of things in the school that are cultural also. It's just that we need to revamp them, relook them, and reintroduce them, and put it into the wall of these young people. I mean, they love TikTok, they love Twitch. I mean, Speed is actually 20. He's not very old, and the fact that he's going to these different countries and learning so much about the different culture, I mean, things are going to stick with him. I mean, so what we need to do is not only from the school level, but from the community. We have lost a lot of community groups. I mean, and we have to get back to that place if we're going to talk about identity. Because slowly about surely, if we don't do that, we're going to lose a lot of our soul, a lot of the essence of what we are, who we are, and what we are all about. And I mean, and I know the Minister of Culture, Honorable Kishaka Cupid, he have been having conversations about different things that were happening in the school drama festival, and I mean, and all these things. But I mean, as a child growing up, I mean, you're living in a household. There's certain cultural things that you have to be a part of. There was no if or but or maybe, and I don't just mean culture in the sense of dance, because culture is our way of life. I mean, simply as going to Sunday school on a Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning, that is culture. You understand? Simply as going on somebody's fruit tree and spend whole day, that is culture. Simply as our imagination going so wide where every little object became a toy. That is culture. Now, times and people change. Change is generic, but foundation is key. Foundation is key. You know what I mean? Because some of these things that were on display on Tuesday with Speed, a lot of young people just seeing them for the first time. You know what I mean? And we have to use this opportunity, because my intention is, from me personally, Rodney Small, is to go to VC3, one of the state agency who were capturing it, to see how we can break up some of these things and to show the reaction, not Speed. When I saw how Speed react to the punta dancing, this man was so excited and he was so amazed, and he was, you know what I mean, he was so in tune with the hip movement and what the punta dance was all about. You know what I mean? So these are things that we now have to package them. Speed, they know Speed very well, so utilize his visuals with it and then sell it to them or give it to them, something that they could relate to. But I mean, coming from school, we also have to try and to see how we could build back the community groups and the community leaders. I mean, community leaders played a very big part in these things. Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, no, my favorite thing is the big gun. You cannot, Mr. Small, you cannot run away from the big gun. You cannot.
No,
The big
never,
gun is we.
never. I mean, that in itself was stage too. I mean, that in itself was stage. And I mean, we call the party crews. I mean, we spoke to the commissioner of police first, of course. That was the first initial contact. We spoke to the crews, I mean, basically to have control. We distributed them and Speed. That I could tell you this much, eh? That is one of the things he were looking forward to. Because if you realize the theme song was family, and he looked at the video, and yeah, that's what he was looking forward to see those big and lighting up the big and
Yeah.
what's not, you know what I mean? But I think it's something that, this is me saying this personally, that we could embrace, but make sure that it's controlled and that it's safe. I mean, and nobody gets hurt from doing it. I mean, that is very important.
Yeah, man. When the guys them understand the importance of for being safe with the thing, and then yo, it's a good look.
Yeah,
It's a good look. You know what's happy
yeah.
for? I was happy for the that guy who
That's it.
invent the dance. That's it. I was
That's it.
very happy for that man. And the
Yeah,
world
man.
got to
Yeah,
see his
man.
creativity. That was real nice.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, the
And
dance was crazy, man.
we have to work collectively to see how we can copyright it and claim it and own it with that. See, I mean, because the dance is spreading even in Grenada. It's a big thing in Grenada, and we have to give that that level of support because a lot of young people are now doing that dance. I mean, I hope it don't end up like something like Raga Soca where we're not really embracing and pushing Raga Soca as we should. I mean, this is a dance that is unique to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I'm hoping that we can, I mean, sit down and formalize it in some way or the other so that persons would know it is a creation and it is owned by Vincentians or a Vincentian created it. Yeah. And you
That's
so
very
fast speed catch
important.
it? You so
Yeah,
fast speed catch
yo,
it?
the man that cocaine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yo,
man.
that was crazy, man. I was like, yo, when I see it on the boat,
Amazing.
when he was on the boat, I said, me if this happened on the boat, you can imagine me to Kingston. I was like, yo, I can't wait for the boat touch Kingston,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, man.
one thing I noticed, not about you, but when you hire somebody, they need to understand if you're playing a character, it just can't dress up. You have to be the character. I noticed.
Okay.
I see a thing. I was like, yo, you gotta be the character, man. You just can't put
Yeah.
on yeah. So little things they need to tighten up, and it will be alright.
Yeah. We have a lot of tightening up to do because I mean we also have to appreciate too, right? Some of the persons who are part of this thing, the first time they operate in this type of setting, eh? When I say this
Right.
type of setting in terms of a production, I mean somebody would call you to do an individual performance, but being able to be a part of a production and being guided by a production guide, and I mean and a run of show and cues and all of that. I mean it took some getting used to for some people. But I mean, again, as I said, we operate very good under pressure. And I mean, something I find very weird about our people. But I
Yeah.
was happy. I mean, I personally was happy for the experience. And I mean, I've worked on a lot of different productions before, but there was just something about this one in particular. And I mean, knowing that I am a part of history where my country is concerned and everybody else who was a part of it and looking at and seeing the possibility and the things that we can do if we just come together and understand that we all are one mission was really motivating for me. And I mean, it was a bit discouraging, Saint, I would not lie, because the day before, people were setting me on fire for what I don't even know. I mean, I could have easily said, you know what, I'm not doing this. I'm going to bow out. But at the end of the day, St. Vincent and the Grenadines was of more priority than the few persons who were trying to, I mean, be negative. I saw persons wishing for it to fail. I mean, and I just don't understand. I don't want to understand how is it that we can even think like that. But at the end of the day, I mean, the entire team with the two ministers being there guiding us and taking leadership, I mean, from the government side, kept everybody motivated and know that the mission is bigger than any individual. And I mean, I want to big up Skinny Fabulous again. You know what I mean? I've worked on a lot of different projects with Skinny before, but this one in particular, I got to see his heart in terms of his heart for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I mean, Skinny is an artist, he's a promoter, and I mean, he's a cultural ambassador, but the Vincentian in Skinny, I saw it holistically during this project, and I want to big him up also for trusting me because, I mean, it came through him first, and he was the one who said, yes, we have somebody who I think can do this. So, big up Skinny. And I mean, have a big up Skinny
Hey,
again.
anyway, he did, man. Big up Skinny one time, man. So you
Yeah.
talk about the food. I saw a video and the man was like, yo, we'll see all the other islands for food. But you say, yo, Vincy food. I have to go Vincy to get some food. I have to go Vincy to get some food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
them,
man.
them,
So
them, them chefs came out, man. Them chefs came out, and even that the placement of that was last minute too. When I tell you, Saint, we had nothing planned for the airport because our initial starting point was not the airport. So when we call the caterers, when Daniel called Paige and Laura, and we say, listen, sorry boy, but this last minute, and them ladies say, listen, all don't worry yourself, we're gonna put together a spread. Even me, when I jump out the vehicle, I see this fella, I say, Jesus Lord, them girls really do it. And when Speed behold the duck now, and he get the first bite, and he get the first bite saint, he said, I like this one. And he go back again. And
Yo,
and there are people here who take duck for granted.
come
Like
on,
it's some
man.
people in visit don't eat it. Don't you know what I mean? But this man, yeah, man, he could have never be hungry in St. Vincent because even leaving that spread at the airport at Carla Gap, we had more food on the lawn at cruise ship boat. But because of how massive the crowd was, we didn't get to take him over where he was supposed to try the modongo because we had live modongo bakes on fire over on the lawn side, and then we had
Okay.
blackfish waiting for him to be sampled. Now, the blackfish originally was supposed to be in Barley. So he was supposed to head down to Barley, be a part of the community. They show him the process. When you catch the blackfish, what happens, the process of all of it, and then you get to try it. But that is one of the things that we had to change and relocate it to cruise ship. But Saint, when we coming down through cruise ship, but and we see the crowd, there's no way we could have divert that young man. They would have trampled him. They would have swarmed him. You know what I mean? So we had to call, make a decision and say, nah, we have to keep it straight. Anyhow you divert, it would have been a problem. Because we even had intentions of going into KFC and going by Demon's roast pork. But again, you see what was happening with the crowd. And his bodyguards and his manager was not letting up on that because it was safety first. There's a lot of
Right.
people. You know what I mean? But you get to try the right things, you know. You get the coconut, you get the breadfruit and saltfish, you get the beans and saltfish, you get mango. I don't know if you saw when he sucked down on the mango, he said, no more, and he take up more mango.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
but I'm happy. I happy they
yeah,
didn't
go
go
ahead.
Kentucky. I happy they didn't go Kentucky because it's not supposed to be about us. I was very very happy. I don't want to be in the back and all of that. No, no. I'm happy is try
Yeah,
our things. I love our things. You know what I mean? Go look for us. Very
yeah,
good look for us,
yeah,
man.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah. But
I
so
mean,
where we move from here?
amazing.
Where we gonna move from here? What next? What we gonna what we learn from this? What we gonna how we gonna move forward with this experience? The biggest
Well,
takeaways.
as I said, from me personally, because we have our debriefing to do. For me personally, it opened our eyes to a lot of different things. I mean, tourism, of course. I mean, I am seeing where all over Twitter and TikTok, everybody is now saying, well, I never know Vincy Mas and St. Vincent have so much vibes. I come into St. Vincent. I don't know what we holding people, but boy, people say they're coming, right? And we now have to now position St. Vincent or continue to position St. Vincent where it's not only about Vincy Mas, because we have Independence, which is another good time here in St. Vincent. We have Easter, which is another good time in St. Vincent. We have Christmas. So you know what I mean? So even if, we're talking Vincy Mas and Carnival, which is the next big thing, we also have to see how we can attract some of these people to come for all of the different festival and different things that we have. And I know the Minister of Tourism is also, I mean, speaking on those levels too. For me, is our performance. I mean, our performers, I mean, to invest in them some more. And when I say invest in them, I don't just mean monetary, but also, I mean, provide more workshops and more training opportunities and all these things. And how do we utilize these experiences outside of just, you know what I mean, when somebody is coming to St. Vincent? And I mean, how is it that we can do something of this nature during independence or in an off season? You understand? Very spontaneous. How do we put on something like this so we as locals can embrace it and appreciate it? I mean, of course, our digital marketing has to go up, not just as from a tourism standpoint, but everybody right now, everything that you post on social media, once you put hashtags in and ingredients, they go and play. You know what I mean? And we cannot allow this momentum or this height to fall off, right? The world is watching us now. I mean, and if you look at it now, when you go into Google search or what's not, St. Vincent is one of the most trending countries where people are searching and looking for St. Vincent, right? So we have a great opportunity now where we can align ourselves with a lot of things, but also the how should I put it? People are proud. We feel good. How do we now keep this feel good moment going all the way through to the rest of the year? and so that we can all be walking billboards for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yeah, man. I tell you, last
Yeah,
couple of days I come from work late. I watching the video again. I'm telling you, man. I'm
yeah,
on
yeah,
serious high, man. I'm on serious high. But I want to. I would
yeah,
like to
yeah,
see though. I would like us start to supporting our local people, then, man. We have a lot of good content creators in St. Vincent. We need to get them out there, man. We need to support them and push them out there. That'd be a good look.
yeah. Most definitely, and that's why I said we now need to have to align ourselves with all these things and provide more opportunities. And the government alone can't do it. I mean, the government alone can't do it. I mean, I mean, everybody who is involved have to be a part of it. And I'm hoping and sending a very clear message to a lot of the young people out there who now going to see speed as an inspiration. You know what I mean, I don't want persons to think and looking at speed thinking that what he is doing is very easy. Yeah? If you get to see the behind the scenes of this man thing, it is crazy. I mean, so young people, yes, be inspired. I mean, go for it. I mean, push on, but just know that there are a lot of work and a lot of things to get done before you can get to a particular point of where speed is.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because we even say me you having an issue and I think St. Martin like he faint or something like he was having like he put
Yeah,
everything into this he put everything into it,
yeah,
man. It's a lot of hard
yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah. So before you go, I know you can't stay. I know you can't stay long, but how carnival looking before you go? Let's give us a little briefing. We're going on, like what's the vibe of
Well,
carnival?
carnival look good or no? Carnival look great because even with this new vibe, the little recognition that we got, not little, the big recognition that we got, where everybody is now talking about Vincy Mas. We even at the CDC, I mean, looking at how we can build on this momentum. And I don't know if person realize, I mean, we did a lot of marketing during this stream. A lot of things were Vincy Mas driven also. But for us right now, we are laying atmosphere. We're going to start ramping up things from next week. I mean, we're also preparing for the return of Miss SVG in Carnival, May 30th, which will be a big thing. We had a thing called Rum and Rhythm last week, Friday in Georgetown, where we were celebrating our award-winning rums. I mean, that is something that, so when people hear Rum and Rhythm, not that we're just going to drink rum. We're celebrating the fact that, Captain Bligh was an award-winning rum, Sparrow was an award-winning rum, and stuff like that. And the whole Georgetown and Tongue and all but was in Georgetown. It was ram full of people. So we're just laying atmosphere. And I mean, we're getting ready for the rural carnivals also. And I mean, in a week time, posters are going to see a lot of interesting stuff from the CDC. And I mean, a lot of interesting stuff. We're gonna start decorating the town. I mean, we're gonna try and move that to not just the town, but our ports of entries, so our airports and our ports and stuff like that. You're going to see some of that. And of course, you're going to see a lot of organic pop-ups at the gas stations, at the supermarket, just laying atmosphere, creating a vibe. And of course, um, we're going to start rolling out a lot of our shows and the experience that you're going to get when you come to these shows from next week. So persons can look out for that. And of course, the diaspora. We were supposed to be launching in New York tonight. You know what I mean? But I mean, some things beyond our control. We are going to be launching on the 7th of June. I mean, it's a launch and a farewell for those who coming home. You know what I mean? So a lot of great things are going to happen for Vincy Mas this year. A lot of people are coming home. A lot of people are visiting. So we want to make sure that we can give the people the best Vincy Mas ever for 2026.
Niceness. Yeah, man. So you don't know before carnival. We gotta talk again. We gotta talk again before carnival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure,
All right.
for
So
sure, most
I don't
definitely.
want to. Yeah, I don't want to keep it too long because we just a pop in and pop out. So thanks again for. I say I
Yeah,
have to
man.
let
Love
you.
and
I know.
respect.
Thanks. Yeah, man. Respect all it. Oh,
Yeah, and I just want to
before
say,
wait. Before you go. Thanks again. I never did publicly, but you host my whole team for your show. December still.
still
Yeah,
expressions.
we had a great time. It was nice being there, and all to take care of us. My team was happy. We all to take care of us. Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Miss
Appreciate it,
Johnny
man.
Finley, big up yourself. She take care of us. Yeah, man.
Of course, that's a woman. And I want to say, because I've been putting out a lot of thank yous and appreciation posts, but sometimes I don't really get to celebrate these things as an individual. But I mean, I decided that this one is one that I want to celebrate. And I just want to say thank you to all those persons who've been reaching out to me, sending messages and calls. And I mean, I mean, encouraging me and stuff like that, because sometimes Rodney Small name is the easiest name to call. And but nevertheless, I mean, St. Vincent and the Grenadines have my heart, and I will continue to do my job. I will continue to do my work to the best of my ability, and until the Almighty God say when. But I mean, I just want to say thank you, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It means a lot to see the support, not just for this particular project, but all the other projects that I've been a part of. And um, again, one thing that you could count on me is that my passion and my drive for these things would never change. You know what I mean? And just love, honor, and respect. Big up all yourself. Saint, big up yourself. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. You're also a part of it. You may not have 50 million views like Speed, but every Saturday and Sunday we can look forward to something that is Vincy, a Vincent Chan product. So, Bregin, big up yourself, you and your team. And yes, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we large.
I know.
Blessings.
I met your mom, and your mom was like, I know you. I just watch your program sometime.
Yeah, yeah, she locked. She
Big
probably
up
locked
mommy
out
one
right now.
time. Yeah, big up mommy
Yeah,
one
man.
time, man.
Blessings, yeah.
Yo, thanks again, man.
Yeah,
You have
blessings,
my
love,
support,
yeah.
bro. Yeah, my
Yeah,
support all the time, brother. Yeah, man. Thanks, eh?
yeah.
Somebody take me home, home. Somebody take me home, home,
Big up Mr. Randy Small, man.
home, home.
First, all you follow instruction in all the life. You see, when all you follow instruction, what happens, good things happen when all follow instruction. Johnson, good night.
In the world,
Give me some flags.
so many beautiful things to see, but none of it compares to home.
Yes, man. Now we compare, man. Big up to all the Jamaicans. Jamaicans giving some serious loving up there, man. So we have all the videos. Let me touch some videos before we go back to the music, man. No. Yeah, man.
Just now. Let's draw that. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Whoa. Talk now. Hold on. Breadfruit and saltfish. Man. But next table, man. We have more things. Don't fill your belly. Or fill your belly.
How is it? His belly. How is it?
Tell your best bottomless pit, boy. Best food.
Yeah, man. The man say everything, like they put something in the food. I cannot stop eating the food.
I can't stop eating here for some reason, bro. The food is like addicting. They push it in their food for you to make it eat it more. Like everything got taste to it. They rice, they fruit, everything got taste. Duca nut.
Potato. Vincy delicacy. All right. Bakes and saltfish. Take 2 bites. We love that in St. Vincent. 1 bite. It's good. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Whoa. It's cup.
Spinach cup.
Yeah. 1 bite. 1
This
bite.
shit good.
All right, take a next one.
It's really good.
One more.
Take a next one. All right. That's it. No more. That's more. We have more things. One saltfish cake. 1. I can't fill your belly too early. Yeah. Don't do me that.
This is what we call wild meat. It's a bit hot. Wild meat.
It's good.
What do you think it is?
Oh, that's hot.
It's hot, bro. What do you think it is?
That's good.
What do you think it is?
What I think it is?
Yeah.
Chicken?
Chicken? No, bro.
Cow?
You're eating an iguana.
This is what you eat, Speed. Iguana, yes. We eat this. It's a delicacy from Vincy.
Yo, the man face. You see? What do you give man? A millionaire to iguana like that, man. Oh my gosh, man. We have a couple of videos to show all you, man. We just living at the memory in St. Vincent, man. One of the baddest thing happened to St. Vincent for a long, long time.
What the hell? What the hell? Bro, it's what we call bamboo. It's bamboo. Is bro making an IRO cannon? It's a cannon with bamboo. Oh, IRO cannon? What the?
Yo, at first I was like, bamboo? I was very skeptical about the bamboo thing. I was God, I wouldn't lie, man, but it turned out really, really, really good, man. Yeah. Next video.
Say this in the Grenadine. We lit. Yo, say this in the Grenadine. Let's turn on, y'all. Turn on, let's get right. Hey, I appreciate all of y'all support. Y'all coming out. I really appreciate that. I love y'all, man. Let's have a fun time. And let's get right, man. Let's go. Go. Come on, chat. Let's go.
Yes. The man say, St. Vincent lit. Yeah. We just have a couple of videos, then we get some music for you. Hold on.
You about to do all of that? All I'm about to do is one backflip. Everybody gonna freak out. Wallahi, watch this. What the fuck I say?
Yes. Speed. Yeah, man. Yeah. On the biggest streamer in the world was in St. Vincent, and he gave us a time of our life, man. So as Vincent shared, we just have to just go and support each other. Vincy Mass is coming up shortly. We need to support the thing, support our artists, them, right?
The Vincy Mass 2026. Don't miss it.
Skinny fabulous. Marshall. We don't see
I ain't gonna lie, they turned up. They turned up the most this whole tour. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That turn on, man, it's amazing, bro.
Vincy Mass 2026. Don't miss it.
Yeah, big up my whole team, man. I was up until after 3 getting those videos for all you, man. I tell all you.
Displaying itself for carnival day. Hey, Vincy Mass in my land, masqueraders inside the band, jumping up to a soca beat, jab coming down to the streets. It don't matter where you come from, represent for St. Vincent strong. Wave a rock show where you belong. Then join with me and come sing this song. Sing, I am a Vincy, a true Vincy. Sing, I am a Vincy. Bring a 2 bottle of the liquor. Bring me chaser, like want some soda water. Cause the rum a come, bring me up. Calling out drinkers. What rum for them there? Come here, me teeth, over me toe. Get ready, ready. The rum a come. Under me teeth, over me toe. Get ready, ready. The rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. Look, the rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. Look, the rum a come. 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 Look, the rum a come. Bring a 2 bottle of the liquor. Bring me chaser, like want some soda water. Cause the rum a come. Bring me a bottle of the sunset. Calling all drinkers.
Yeah, man, we getting ready for 2026. Vincy Mas.
Come here, me teeth, over me toe. Get ready, ready. The rum a come. Under me teeth, over me toe. Get ready, ready. The rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. Look, the rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. Look, the rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. Look, the rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. The rum a come. Look, the rum a come. Bring a 2 bottle of the liquor. Bring me chaser, like want some soda water. Cause the rum a come. Bring me a bottle of the sunset. Party not done yet. Who beg them not get? When the rum a come, on a big over me toe. Get ready, ready. The rum a
Wanna get ready, man. 2026. Vincy Mas. Big up Randy Small one time, man.
calling